Hello everyone, and this is pretty much meant for my CIT111 class for the spring of 2018. We're going to go over through something that we went over in week 2, the previous week that we had class, and unfortunately failed to provide you correctly. So what we're going to do is we just wrote this code if you've seen my video, and as we did in class, now we're going to check it into Git. So what I'm going to do is set up a folder here. And I'm in Apple, so it looks a little bit different. I'll just call it CIT111 Spring 2018. All right, so I have this folder here, and I am going to, let's see, I have it under, see where I have it. I have it under Git and documents. All right, so I'm going to come to my terminal and oops. All right, 1 second. Clear this. That is Angular, wrong program. All right, let's see here. All right, so let's see where we're at. Angular. All right, so let's go into documents. CD into Git, clear. All right, so there's our CIT111. So let me go into here. Perfect. All right, so let me go out to Git. So what we're going to do is kind of walk through this. All right, let's go to, I'm actually going to open it up in Firefox because I've been having some issues with Chrome. So let's go to GitLab. Let me sign in. I'm going to set up a whole new repository, see if we get this bad boy going. So sure. All right, so I'll set up a new project. I will call it CIT111 week 3. All right, project. All right, so here's my repository. When you're cloning your repo, you can actually come down here and copy it. One of the things I didn't mention is doing this right here. So I'm actually going to configure this real quick once I get all this stuff ready. So just give me 1 second here. Let me go back a folder. Clear. First thing I need to do is do a git init. Initializes it as a repository, which is good. All right, so now I need to do, I need to configure my thing right here. It's something I didn't talk about. So I'm going to do git config. So this helps when you're submitting code, especially when you're in a group environment. So I'll put Jeff Seaman, if I can spell my name right. Perfect. Then I'll do a config global.user.email, and I'll do jseaman at ccec.edu. Perfect. Oh, must have did something wrong. Let's see what I'm doing here. Email. Try this again. I must have added something I didn't want. All right, perfect. All right, so now we're configured. So now I could do the git clone if I want to. And it shows you what to do here. You could do the git clone and clone it. Then it shows you how to cd into your library. And then touch means create a file. So it has all the commands here. All right, so let's do this. Copy it. Paste it, maybe. All right. We're going to use pair of cloned and empty repository. Absolutely, because there's nothing there. So I'm going to clear it, right? So let's see what we got here. So when I do an ls, you see my folder CIT111. This is the one that I just copied over. So I need to CD into it because right now I'm in my local. Alright, so I CD'd into it, perfect. So now here's what I failed to show you. So I won't say you did wrong, I did wrong. Alright, so what I need to do is copy my code I created over here. So how do I copy my code? If I go back in Eclipse and go, because if I forget where it's at, if I go to switch workspace, I do other because it'll tell me what my current workspace is. Alright, so there's my current workspace, which means I could just go to this library right here to find my file. So as you see here, I'm going to go here, and actually I'm just going to search it to find it. Perfect. So I searched the folder where my code's at. I know it's in source. There it is. So I'm going to copy that right now. So I copy that code. All right. And cancel. Let's go back to my files, which have disappeared again. All right, so it's documents. I think it's Git. Yep, and here. Perfect. And I'm going to paste it in here. All right, so now what we did is we created a new file, and this is the new file. So this is what I kind of failed to show you guys. All right, so now we copied this file over. So now what we need to do is, let me go back to Git. All right, so let's do an ls here. As you notice, look at that, pay.java is listed, okay? So what we need to do first, because right now what's happening is, let me pull up a document here, text edit. Let's do a Sublime. All right, so I'm pulling up Sublime here, kind of walk you through what we're doing. All right, so currently, when you copy the file to the Git repo, it places it in unstaging environment. So it's unstaged. Well, actually, yeah, environment. It's unstaged. So it needs to be added. So the first thing you could do is you could do git add. If you have a single file, you could just do that. If you have multiple files, you could do that. So let's just do pay.java for now. And now we've added it, but in order to check if you add it, you could do Git Status. All right, so if you see a green, that means you've added it. If it was red, which I showed you the first time, it wasn't added. So right now it means that it is staged. If we wanted to remove it, we could just type in git remove the file name to unstaged. So let's actually do that. Let's do git remove, and this is cached, and then pay.java. All right, so it removes it. So if I do an ls, it's there, but if I do a git status, it's in the red. So notice how it's in the red. So what that means is it's unstaged. It hasn't been staged yet. So let's actually do git add dot this time. And that should have added, if I do a git status, guess what, it's there. So now we've showed you how to remove it, I showed you how to re-add it, and so forth. So now we're doing really good. So let me clear this. Now what we need to do now is we need to commit a message. All right, so we do git commit -m, and in parentheses, well, quotation marks, we need to add a message. What do we do? Adding code for, I'll put sprint, because we talked about sprints. I'll say sprint 1, 2, 1, whatever, and hit enter. Okay. Now it shows right here, one file change, 32 inserts. So what it means is you have this little guy right here, which is a unique ID. It's the commit ID. And it just basically means that you have just committed that message. So you have it out of stage and you're ready to push it. So right now you've kind of just saved it locally to your local repository, but now what you want to do is push it to the cloud. So let's go back over here. I want to show you something. So right now we're on this project, and as you see here, there's nothing out here yet. No activity, no nothing. So let's do git. Let's do git log real quick. So here's our git log. It shows our commit message, shows what we just committed, time, and so forth. So now what we need to do here is we need to push it. So do git push origin master. What's that mean? Origin is what we have to put anyways because it's the common name, and then master is our default branch that we use. So then go ahead and hit enter, and you'll see that we're actually working if I showed you the right way. So now it's showing that, hey, guess what? We push it to this library right here. So how I can check is to go out to GitLab, I'll refresh it, and ta-da, look at this. Adding code for sprint 1. Shows my name, I've added code a minute ago. What did I add? I have commits, so I'll go to commit, see what I committed. And if I click on it, it'll show everything in green. So when you see anything in the green, what that means is it's all new stuff. So let me show you how things change. So let's go back to here. And actually, yeah, I'll come back here. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add another comment. Actually, don't add another comment. Let's do this. Let's comment this double payout. And let's do a couple things here. So let's do, just create integer. And we'll create a new variable. We'll call it average. We'll see. What can we say? Age. Okay. So added age. All right. So I'm going to save this. Right. And I'm going to have to copy this again. So what I'm going to do is I should have left that open, but I wasn't thinking. Not a problem. So we copy that guy right there. And then we need to open up another folder. All right, so what I'm going to do here is copy this over here and paste it here. Actually, you know what? Let's not do that. Cancel that. Let's get rid of that. Let's open close it here. Let's actually open where we have it in our repo, which is a smart thing because it's in this repo here. Let's open it here. So I'm going to open it. I'm actually going to open up with a different editor. Let's see here. Let's open it up with, geez, I have so many editors. Let's open it up with Atom. All right, so I have it open up in my IDE editor. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to change this a little bit. So let's say that int age, adding user's age, and then we're going to pretend we want to get rid of this right here. We're going to get rid of that. I'm going to come down here and say, oh, system.out.println, you have earned plus, let's see, put you've earned blah pay plus at the age of, and then we'll put the age here. Now we'll have to define the age too because we haven't defined the age. So let's say I want to define a variable. I'd have to add something. Say define a variable. Well, you know what? We could just add it into our code. So now what we could do is we could come down here and do system.out.print. How old are you? And do age equals keyboard dot next int, because this time we're using int. All right, so I saved this guy right here. All right, so now I have it saved. It's been modified. So now what I'm going to do is go back into Git. I'm going to clear my screen here. I'm going to do Git Status. I should see a red. So it shows that I modified the pay.java. Great. So do git add dot, do Git Status. You'll see that it's green. Perfect. Now it's staged. I'm going to put added a new line and removed a line. So what we're trying to do here is show you that what red and green distinguish in GitLab. All right, so now I'm ready to push it up. Push origin master. 3 done. All right, so it's been pushed up. So I could do git log. All right. All right, so let's do this. Let's go up to the cloud. refresh that page, and let's go to commit. We should have a new commit here. All right, we have a new commit right here. And this specific one, look at the difference. Red means there's been a change. Green means we added. So we added that right there. Green, we added this new system input here. And you see the red right here, we remove that out, comment it out, and added a line. So this right here shows you how you can add and comment. Okay. All right, let's see if we can actually do something else here over here. All right. So we're in repository. Let's make sure I'm still recording. All right. So next thing we want to do is add a file up here. So I'm going to do new file, and I'm going to call it. I'll call it README, and then I'll just put adding a README file to. Well, actually, let's call it something else. Instructions. Adding a instruction manual for the code. I don't know. I kind of BS'd it a little bit. I don't know what it is. So we added that. Now what I want to do is save it. So let's see, guys. I want you guys to see I saved it. So because we have to commit the message too. So commit message. I say add a new file for pool purposes, and target branch is master because that's the only one we're using, and hit commit. All right, so it commits it, and as you see here, we added it. So now if I go to repository and last commit right there. So now let's see if we can actually pull it down. So I will go back. Oops, I'm trying to get there. I'm gonna clear this screen. And let's do git pull origin master. All right. So it shows that we're pulling from the head. It looks like it pulled something, 1+ file change. So let's do an ls and look at this. If you do an LSL, you can see here that we had this instructions that was just added at 11:10 a.m., which is now. So now if I go into it, if you could do a VI or you could do a view, either or, I'll put instructions. What it does is it opens up what we added there. Now let's say that I wanted to add something new to this. I could do an I, and then I could come down here. So I did an I for insert. These are Unix commands. Hit enter, adding a second line of code. So think about this. Let's say that you're working on a project and you guys are going back and forth. This is how you're able to throw code up there and help the other person. So I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to hit shift : I'm going to do WQ and exclamation mark. That saves my stuff. Now I need to push my changes back up to Git. So what I'm going to do now is, guess what? I'm going to do a git log. I'm sorry, let's clear. I'm going to do a git status. There'll be a change. Look, instructions has been changed. Then I'm going to do a git add dot, just add my new change. And then if I do git status again, guess what? It's green. Now I could do git commit m, adding edit change to instructions. Okay, hit enter. Now if I do git push origin master, pushes it up. So now if I come back up to the repo here, guess what? Changes it in here less than a minute ago. I click on it. Look at that, new lines there. So hopefully this helps out. We'll review it again in class, but this is a good reference for you to use at any time that you're having problems. So please try it out and let me know if you're having any problems. Have a good day.